Hi everyone, and welcome back to yet another powerful episode. My name is Duke Otieno and this is the Inside Health, the place where we break down medical terms and health topics into simple and clear language so that you understand your health and help you to make better decisions. It's 6 a.m. in the morning, your alarm rings and your body feels like it hasn't really slept at all. You reach into the fridge, open a can of energy drink, and you take that first fizzy sip. Suddenly, you are awake. You're feeling energized. You're feeling charged. You're feeling focused and ready for the day. Yes. Fast forward, it's midday. Work is a bit dragging in the office. Your eyes are feeling heavy again. So what do? You grab another can of energy drink, and what happens again? Within a very short time, you're feeling, literally you feel awake, you're feeling focused, you're feeling like you are much more energetic again. Later on in the night, you've got a long drive ahead of you. You don't want to feel sleepy on the road, so what do? You reach again for that familiar boost, the energy drink. For some people, for the exam week, you have your examination this week. You those kind of people who read the whole syllabus in one night. So what do? Go for that energy drink to help you be focused, to help you stay awake so that you are able to trans-night reading for the exam. For some people, before going for the gym session, what do? A can of that energy drink, and of course they'll feel rejuvenated, they'll feel strong and ready for to hit the gym. For some people, it's a night out with friends. You don't want to be that kind of person who sleeps at 10 p.m. So what do? An energy drink to help you keep up for the whole duration when you are out, maybe up to 3 a.m. or so. So it starts to feel normal, right? Almost very necessary for some of these situations. So these drinks, what we are calling the energy drink, they promise energy, they promise focus and performance on demand. And what do? Definitely, they will give you that energy, they will give you that focus, and they will give you that performance that you need. Yes, but then here is the question that most people never stop to ask. What really is in this energy drink? What is the truth about the energy drink? Like in simple language, we really need to understand what this energy drink is, what it does to your body, so that we can make smart and informed choices on that subsequent or in that next bottle of energy drink. So to start off our conversation today, it is very important for us to try and understand what energy drinks are. So what are energy drinks? These are beverages that are designed to make you feel more alert, less tired, and basically in this energy drink we need to know what is it that is inside it that helps you to feel alert, less tired, and more focused. So energy drinks generally contain what we call caffeine, and not just caffeine but very high levels of caffeine. Apart from caffeine, they also contain very large amounts of sugar for most of the brands of the energy drinks. They also contain some stimulants. There is one very common stimulant called taurine. I think in most of the energy drinks, taurine is always present. Like, I don't know, what is it called? The Monster, we have the Predator, and so forth. So taurine is also an ingredient in the energy drink. These energy drinks also contain B vitamins and other additives. But for our focus today, we're going to focus more on the caffeine and the stimulant like taurine that is in most of these energy drinks. And before we go on again, it's very important for us to differentiate between two things. There is what we call a sports drink, and then we have an energy drink. So they look or appear to be the same, but no. A sports drink is not the same as an energy drink. A sports drink basically replaces fluids and salt that the body has lost. And an energy drink stimulates your nervous system. That's the difference. Sports drink replaces the fluids and salt that you have lost from the body, whereas energy drinks stimulates your nervous system. This brings us to the aspect of caffeine. So, what does caffeine, which is present in the energy drink, do in your body? So caffeine is a stimulant, and it works by blocking a certain chemical in your brain that makes you feel sleepy. There's something we call adenosine receptors in the brain. So caffeine blocks these receptors, and when it blocks these receptors, you will not be able to sleep because this adenosine builds up that feeling, or what we call sleep pressure. So here they are blocked, so there will be no build up to sleep pressure. That's why after taking caffeine, you'll be able to stay awake for quite a long time. So that's why after taking caffeine or an energy drink, you'll feel more awake, you'll feel more focused, and you'll feel less tired. And this is because of the blocking of the adenosine receptors. So we also need to understand that too much of caffeine, remember, in the energy drink, it's not just caffeine, it is high level of caffeine. So what does high level of caffeine does to the body? High level of caffeine will increase your heartbeat. So there will be fast heartbeat. It will also cause an increase in your blood pressure. It will cause anxiety. For some people, they will experience shaking of the hand. And for most people, almost all, they will experience difficulty in sleeping. So most energy drinks, it's very important to know that most energy drinks contain caffeine that is equal to about 4 cups of coffee. Just 1 can of an energy drink is the same as a whole 4 cups of coffee. You can imagine what you're taking in. And remember, some people are taking in probably 2 or 3 cans of the energy drink. So, what happens to your heart when you take these energy drinks? Remember, we talked about taurine, which is an ingredient in the energy drink. So taurine basically it's an amino acid that is generally safe, but only when used in low amounts. Actually, taurine helps to improve your physical endurance. Apart from just physical endurance, it also helps to improve your brain functioning and regulating the heart functioning. So taurine and in low amounts is quite beneficial to the body, all the way from physical endurance to brain functioning and regulating how the heart is functioning. Now, this is where it gets serious. You know, when it is combined with high levels of caffeine, as what is in the energy drink, and the sugar, it leads to an increase in blood pressure and heart rate. And this will trigger what we call palpitations. Palpitation is that feeling where you feel like your heart is racing. Your heart is beating too much. you can actually feel your heart beating. Now that's what we call palpitation. So this taurine, when combined with caffeine and the sugar, will cause the palpitations on your heart. Actually, in some people, it can lead to very serious things like irregular heart rhythms. There's that way your heart beats. Then, when you take the energy drink, it will now be irregular. For some people, they'll experience chest pains, and for some people, they will actually even faint. There has been reports of quite a number of young people collapsing after consuming large amounts of energy drinks, more so before going to the gym or maybe engaging in sports. Remember, this energy drink effects on the heart, and these physical activities are already putting a lot of pressure to the heart. So this double action on the heart is what causes some of these people to even collapse. So because the exercise puts pressure on the heart, and the caffeine and the taurine also affects the heart, and when these effects are combined, it really sometimes can turn out to be very fatal. Then we come to another topic, the sugar problem. Remember, I mentioned that most of these energy drinks contain very high amounts of sugar in them. So many energy drinks are loaded with beyond what your body needs in terms of sugar. And remember, too much sugar can lead to things like weight gain. It can lead to something like increased belly fat. For some people, actually most people, you'll find there's that increased risk for you to get diabetes, and for some people they will have tooth decay. So one can contain more sugar than the recommended limits, of course. So sugar will give you a quick energy spike, what we call the sugar rush. So the sugar in the energy drink will give you that quick energy spike. But what happens with sugar rush? It's usually followed by what we call a crash, leaving you feeling even more tired than the way you were before. So sugar will give you quick energy, but after a very short time, there's that crash, and you'll even feel like you're back to normal, like to where you are, even more tired than the way you were before even taking the sugar. So that is the effect of the sugar that is contained in the energy drink. Then we come to the issue on the energy drinks and the brain. While caffeine usually improves alertness, it's also important to note that the high amounts of caffeine can also affect someone's mental health. Actually, the high intake of the caffeine causes the issue of anxiety, panic attacks, irritability, and poor sleep. And when sleep becomes poor, your body never fully recovers. You should know that. Yes, it will keep you awake, but that doesn't mean that sleep has gone somewhere. That sleep is somewhere. So your body will never fully recover until you get the sleep. So it will lead to fatigue, poor concentration, and even depression over time. Now the big issue comes here. When the energy drinks are mixed with alcohol, this is a very dangerous combo. This is very common in clubs and parties where energy drinks are mixed with alcohol. We hear they help some people to feel less drunk than what really you are. So you drink more alcohol than what your body can handle. This increases the risk of alcohol poisoning. It also increases the risk of risky behaviors and heart strain. So when this alcohol is mixed with the energy drink, I think here is a place where one of the biggest issue with the energy drink comes in, and most people are misusing this aspect of energy drinks plus alcohol. So very, very dangerous combo. Then we come to the other issue of energy drinks and sexual health. I know for men this is a very big issue, and what I can confidently say is that long-term and heavy use of energy drinks can cause an issue with sexual health. This includes things like what we call increased risk of erectile dysfunction. We have what we call the vascular issues. The high dose of caffeine and the other stimulant, taurine, in the energy drinks usually constrict the blood vessels. Constricting the blood vessels is making the blood vessels thinner. And what will this do? It will increase the blood pressure. And when there is increased blood pressure, that means there will be reduced blood flow that is necessary to achieving and maintaining an erection. So it is directly affecting the issue on someone achieving and maintaining an erection. That is for men. Apart from the issue on achieving and maintaining an erection, overconsumption of these stimulants, again, that's the caffeine and the taurine, can trigger what we call anxiety jitters. And apart from that, it will also trigger heart palpitations. And remember, these are directly correlated with performance anxiety. Apart from that, we also have the lifestyle factors, where regular use of these energy drinks are usually linked to poor sleep and high stress levels. And poor sleep and high stress level are again a very big risk in terms of erectile dysfunction. So that is on the issue on erectile dysfunction. Then we have another issue on sexual health, which we call impaired male fertility. So what these energy drinks again do is lowering the sperm quality. There are studies that indicate for those people who are consumers of energy drinks usually have a reduced quality of sperms. This includes things like sperm motility, how the sperm moves, and low sperm concentration, what we also call low sperm count. Now, apart from the low sperm quality, we also have the issue on reduced testosterone. Testosterone is the male hormone that's the male hormone that is involved in almost all your sexual activities. So these energy drinks usually cause a reduced amount of testosterone. Remember, these things like caffeine usually overstimulate the adrenal glands. And when these adrenal glands are overstimulated, it leads to an increase in what we call cortisol. And this cortisol usually suppresses testosterone production. So that is the process. In high intake of caffeine stimulates adrenal glands, which produce, they increase the cortisol level, and the cortisol level suppresses the testosterone production. Then we also have the aspect of lower libido and physical fatigue. We talked about the crash effect. The temporal energy boost is usually followed by a very sharp drop in energy level, leading to fatigue and reduced sexual desire. And remember, because the caffeine and the taurine is interfering with sleep, long-term use of the caffeine and the taurine will definitely interfere with the sleep quality, which is very critical for maintaining a healthy hormone level and libido. So just as a summary on some of the long-term effects on frequent use of these energy drinks, it includes things like high blood pressure. It also causes anxiety disorders, what we call chronic sleep problems, weight gain, and some metabolic issues, increased strain on the heart, erectile dysfunction, and also low libido. So who should be very careful when using these energy drinks? Definitely I'll say everyone should be very careful when using these energy drinks, but more so teenagers, because this is a group of people that are misusing these energy drinks just to improve their performance, to improve like to showcase their sexual prowess and so on. People with heart conditions, those people who have high blood pressure, the pregnant women, people with anxiety disorders, and anyone who is sensitive to caffeine. You know, some experts recommend that children and teens should not consume energy drinks at all. Yeah. Now that we have talked about the negative effects of the energy drinks, so what are some of the healthy options that we do have? We have the natural ways where you can rejuvenate and feel energized. And this includes like having a good sleep. And when I talk about a good sleep, ideally we should be sleeping 7 to 9 hours. Ensure that you drink enough water, eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, take short breaks instead of forcing yourself on very long hours. If it's driving, you can do your driving in a section, take a rest, then continue, and not taking a 12-hour journey continuously. Since you know natural energy lasts longer and doesn't strain your heart at all, so our focus should be more on the natural energy and not this other induced energy by the caffeine, by the taurine, and by the sugars. People who are taking these energy drinks like on a daily basis, anytime they want to focus and so on, that is not the best option for them. But for occasional use, that might be accepted. So your body really just doesn't need stimulation. What you need is a good rest, hydration, and a good diet. This is something that we really need to share with each and every person that we interact with, those people that we know are frequent users of these energy drinks. Please let's share with them this message so that they know on the effects of long-term use of these energy drinks. And at this point, I will sign out, and if this video has helped you, please share it with someone who lives on energy drinks. It might protect them and their health. This has been the Inside Health. My name is Dio Cotiano. See you in the next video. Bye bye.